All right, Laugh Track Comedy Festival. You guys ready to laugh? I can't hear you. Are you ready to laugh? Okay, so these two guys, they walk into a bar. Well, it's not just two guys. It's a rabbi and a priest. Well, and they're not walking. They're riding bikes. They're riding a bike. They're both in the same. But it's a tandem bike. Yeah. Oh, and the bar is just not a bar. It's an Irish pub that's run by a talking dog. Yeah. It's run by a leprechaun. No, I'm sorry. Anyway, so the priest and the rabbi, they come in there, and the rabbi walks up to the bartender and he says, okay, so they're all Polish, you understand, okay? They're all Polish. Oh, and the bar is haunted by Whitney Houston's ghost. Yeah. And so the rabbi and the black priest, did I say the priest is black? The priest is black. Yeah. Oh, and the rabbi is the Pope. Yeah. And so they come in, and guess who's already sitting there? Guess who's already sitting there? No, guess who's already sitting there? No, guess correctly. You know, I'm just gonna tell you, it's a talking rope who's kind of like tangled and frayed on the ends, and it's a guy who happens to love blowjobs, who has two functional thumbs, and a piano player who's maybe like a foot tall tops. Yeah, just sitting there getting hammered. Yeah, and so the rabbi and the priest, they come riding on their horse, and the horse rides right up to the. What did I say, horse or bike earlier? Fuck, let me start over. Let me start over. I got this, okay? All right. So there is an Irish pub that's run by a Polish leprechaun. Sitting at the bar is a Polish rope, a Polish blowjob enthusiast, and a Polish piano player who's maybe like 30 centimeters tops. Because he's Polish, they do metric system. When all of a sudden, in rides a Polish black priest and a Polish rabbi who's just been ordained the Pope. He's new to it, and they come riding in on a Polish horse who only has 3 legs. Yeah, and he can talk. That's key. And so the horse rides up to the bartender, and it looks the bartender in the eye. The bartender's wearing a pirate hat, by the way. Yeah, and he's sitting on the shoulders of Sarah Palin. Yeah. And so the horse rides up to the bartender, and he looks him in the eye, and he goes, "Which one of you shot my hoof?" Pa, fuck, it's a 3-legged dog. Anyway, the point is they all turn out to be gay. No, it was Mexican. They're trying to be Mexican. Alright, bad start. I've been doing comedy for 4 years. When someone stops me on the street, they find out I'm a comic, they're like, really, let's hear one of your jokes. That's the joke I tell them. And if they make it all the way through, I give them like a Jolly Rancher or an ice cream or whatever I have in my purse. You guys are getting ice cream. Then we're gonna make a weird transition to dick jokes. Yeah. You ever notice that it's rude to ask a girl how much she weighs, but it's romantic to just pick her up and quietly estimate it to yourself? Deuce and a half. There's been a movie trivia for you. Did you guys know that the guy who played the dad in Beethoven is the guy from Beethoven 2? Just, you guys want to impress your friends? Time travel is fun, but if you do it 3 times, you get Parkinson's. What? That's more of a PSA. All you kids with time machines, be careful. Don't waste them on something stupid. The other day, me and a handful of comics were hanging out after a show. We're sitting at the bar, and I'm hanging out with comics, so of course the conversation turns to domestic violence. And we're making just all these really inappropriate, off-color comments. And at one point, the bartender, this really cute girl, turns to us and goes, "You know what? if some guy ever hit me, I would just cut his dick off. I would just cut his dick off, because then I have to see what he'd do next. And I was pretty drunk, and I just turned around, I was like, well, he'd probably hit you again. Like, even harder. Because if some guy crosses that unholy line of striking a woman because you, I don't know, overcooked the pot roast, he's not going to handle castration well. So I don't know what you're expecting. He's going to give you the silent treatment. He's going to look down and be like, well, that is just it. And I can tell you, like, as a guy, not like not a white-beating guy, I've never hit a girl before, but I can tell you as a guy, I'd be far more upset with someone cutting my dick off than overcooking the pot roast. And I like pot roast. Like, a lot. Like, I would trade a testicle for a good pot roast. Not my penis, this isn't shepherd's pie, people. It's just... Oh, and I've got a great joke to follow that with. What do you tell a girl with 2 black eyes?
Nothing, you already told me.
Please don't cut my dick off. I'll leave you this. I'm 29, but I've got the hairline of like a 45-year-old. People keep pressuring me. They're like, you should just shave it clean. You should just make it clean. They don't talk about it's like a popular look. I feel like only certain people can pull that off. Like it works for like a roided out bouncer or like, you know, like a Vin Diesel. I'm 6'3" and 98 pounds. If I shave my head bald, I'd be like, oh look, that poor Nazi has cancer. All right, thanks guys, I'm Brett Eicher.
Brett Eicher, everybody.